Good morning, Denfeld Hunters, and happy Monday, May 2nd. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Please stand if you are able to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a reminder that every win is a no-move win unless you are requested. Your teacher should be making those requests. And remember, if you need to see a teacher, ask them and they will request you. Otherwise, stay in your win and make sure you move to your win before the start of win so you're not in the hallway. What's going on this week? This week we will have the last lockdown drill of the year. We have our final lockdown this year on Thursday, 6th hour. Alice is based on making decisions using the information that is available during an incident. Once the lockdown drill is complete this week, staff and students will discuss different scenarios to help them think about how their decision to lock down or evacuate would change based on the information that is presented to them. We will review information later in this presentation. Also, it's the MCA science test this week for sophomores. 10th graders, you'll be taking that science MCA on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. We'll talk about this a little bit more in depth later on as well. And some additional items that we're going to be talking about below. We're going to have hunter license updates for both open lunch and prom. We're going to talk about Construct Tomorrow for all sophomores, which is next Wednesday, May 11th. We're going to talk about the due date for pictures for the senior slideshow, which is May 20th. And the end of the year incentive trip to Valley Fair, which is on Wednesday, June 8th. You matter. Thanks to an incredibly generous Denfeld family member, each student will receive a felt heart today as a small symbol you can carry with you as a reminder that you matter and that someone is always thinking about you. Please know that someone has you in their heart. You are important and loved. Love, a member of the Denfeld family. It is a attendance check Monday. Remember to open up Infinite Campus and take a look at your attendance. If you find things that are unknown or unverified, which are yellow, or unexcused, which are red, and you believe those to be an error, please talk to your parent or guardian to have those excused or talk to a staff member so they can be corrected if necessary. Speaking of attendance recovery is available every week in the Media Center Smartboard Lab on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:20. That's for any student who needs to make up unexcused class periods or unexcused tardies in order to regain hunter license privileges, preserve their credit. You can make up one unexcused class period, 2 wins, or up to 5 unexcused tardies each time you attend. And remember when you come to bring something to work on or complete, study, or read. This week only, attendance recovery will be open on Tuesday and Friday for any students who need to recover attendance to regain their prom privilege. So make sure you're listening to that. Attendance recovery will be open on Tuesday and Friday for any students who need to recover attendance to regain your prom privilege. Speaking of prom, students who purchased tickets last week and have fulfilled the hunter license expectations for prom will receive their green prom pass and their no-move win today. Keep it in a safe place. You'll need 3 things when you arrive at the Malting building on Saturday: your prom ticket, your school ID, and your prom pass. Some students who have not yet fulfilled the hunter license expectations will have a final opportunity to do so this week. If you qualify for this recovery week, you'll receive a notice about fixing things with grades or attendance and win today. The final grade check will happen on Thursday, May 5th, no exceptions. If you have not turned in a completed and signed dance contract, you'll need to do so before you receive your prom pass. You'll get another copy of the contract during win today. Speaking of the hunter license, we're also talking about an open lunch update. It is May and it is time for an updated open lunch sticker. Juniors who have earned their May stickers will receive them on Tuesday, May 3rd during win, and seniors who have earned theirs will receive them on Wednesday, May 4th during win. A reminder again that open lunch is a privilege available only to seniors and juniors who have filled out the monthly hunter license requirements. If you have not earned your May sticker, or if you are a 9th or 10th grader, you must remain in the building for your assigned lunch period. Science MCA testing this week for 10th graders. on Tuesday and Wednesday in your science classes. Remember to get some sleep, eat some breakfast either at home or grab something when you get here. Charge your Chromebook each night and bring it along with you and with the charging cord, Shut down your Chromebook completely and restart it during WIN today to make sure you receive any necessary updates to test. And if you can, please bring a wire or corded, not Bluetooth headphones if you have a pair. That helps ensure that everyone have enough headphones for all students during testing. Do your best, because whether it is fair or not, the results of this test are used to make comparisons and judgments about you, the school, and the community. End of the year incentive field trip. Last Monday during WIN, we announced the end of the year field trip for 9th, 10th, and 11th graders on Wednesday, June 8th. You have the opportunity to earn a trip to Valley Fair. The cost of the trip for each student will be $30, and there are scholarship opportunities available. A reminder that we will look at the hunter license expectations between Monday, April 25th, which was last week, all the way up to Friday, May 27th. The expectations for these 5 weeks are that you're passing all your classes with a D or higher. You have no more than 6 unexcused class periods. That's total, not per class. That includes both study halls and WIN. No more than 7 unexcused tardies. Again, total, not per class, including study halls and WIN. No more than 5 behavior referrals and no assigned OSS time. More details about the June 8th trip will be coming soon, so start protecting your privilege now. We are excited to celebrate the end of the year with you. Since we do have a lockdown coming up this weekend, again, that will be our 5th and final lockdown of the year. We're going to review some important information. Remember that ALICE is an acronym for a response strategy to an active shooter or another immediate threat. It is not just for schools. An active shooter event can happen anywhere, at a mall, a theater, a stadium, a concert. The strategies don't need to happen in any order, and it's a significant change from what we used to do in the past when we looked at lockdowns as our only strategy. The goal is for staff and students to take control of the situation and use the best available options for their own safety and survival. The training we're going to do this week is going to emphasize evacuation. Remember, A stands for alert. What are the sounds, sights, or announcements that are made around you that start to present information to you to make a decision? L is lockdown. Remember, during a lockdown, you can barricade the door. You can counter, which means that you are going to either throw things at someone, and you can evacuate, which means you can leave the building. Those are all options based on what you know, which is inform. Inform means using what you know to make choices. Again, those can be sights, sounds, or announcements to give you the information that you need to make the decisions on what you need to do to keep yourself safe. Counter. Once you've barricaded, or if you don't have time to barricade, you get ready to counter. We've practiced that before, and that is when you pick up things that can be used to throw at somebody, which is going to distract them, and is always a last resort strategy. E is for evacuate. Running from a threat is a natural response and effective if you're informed. Being informed means knowing enough to make sure you're running away from the threat and not towards it. Be a moving target. If you choose to evacuate, run as fast as you can, exit the building, and meet at our evacuation site, which you see here on the map. It's Our Savior's Lutheran Church at 4831 Grand Avenue. So if you were to leave the West Commons doors and go straight down 4th Street below Public School Stadium, which you see at the top of the map here, you will run into Our Savior's Lutheran Church about 3.5 blocks away, and it will be on your lower side. It's between 4th Street and Grand Avenue. It's over by Memorial Park or MacArthur, if you are more familiar with that. If you can't make it to the evacuation site on your own, you will meet staff at our rally point, which is in the public school stadium parking lot. Remember, evacuating will potentially be your best option if you're in an open space, in a conference room with windows on both sides, in a bathroom, in the auditorium, or at an event such as a game or performance. If you're using a window to exit a classroom, remember about sliding windows, swinging windows, stationary or fixed windows, which is what you're often going to see in some places, Remember, if you need to break a window at some point, you have to use a heavy, preferably pointed object to hit the window in the top corner to break the glass. Clear as much glass as possible. If you're on the second floor, for example, you can either roll on impact or hang from the window frame before dropping to reduce the distance. You could also use things to help lower yourself, like belts or electrical cords. When the police arrive at school, remain calm and follow instructions. Put down any items, bags, books, jackets, so your hands are empty. Keep your hands visible. Avoid quick movements. Avoid pointing, screaming, or yelling, and do not stop to ask officers for help or directions. Proceed past officers to safety. You'll hear terms often during Alice presentations about rally points or evacuation or reunification points. A rally point is a location on school grounds. That's like our stadium parking lot, where students should meet staff if they have to run out of the building and can't get to the evacuation site on their own due to being injured or disabled. Staff will move those students to the evacuation reunification site. Evacuation reunification points or sites, that's a location off school grounds. That's Our Savior's Lutheran Church, which was on the previous slide on the map, 4 blocks to our west. All students will gather there to be accounted for before being released to your parent or guardian, who will pick them up there. And this is important, and make sure you hear this. Parents or guardians should not approach school buildings during lockdowns. They should not report to the evacuation or reunification site until directed by law enforcement or the school. This creates dangerous situations for everyone. Some additional reminders: make sure and go directly to the evacuation site at Our Savior's Lutheran Church. Enter through the front doors and follow staff directions. It is important to remain at that site. Staff will arrive to check you in so that we can account for all of our students. Do not simply walk home or attempt to leave in your car. For everyone's safety, we need to keep the roads clear and be able to account for all students. Text or call your family when you get to Our Savior's Lutheran Church to let them know that you are okay, and remind them to wait to come to you until the school or police give directions to do so. Consider allowing any other students around you without phones to use yours. Then stay off your phone so emergency response calls don't get dropped or delayed. If you need to, you meet at the rally point again, which is in our stadium lot, to get help, and you'll be transported to Our Savior's Lutheran Church. Remember, Alice is not just for school settings. Active shooter events can happen anywhere. Lockdowns alone are often not enough. You need to have options. Do not be the motionless target that an active shooter wants. Take control of your situation and survive. To avoid panic, practices will be called drills, and the planned drills will be announced ahead of time for staff, students, and families, which is why you know that we have our last drill coming Thursday, 6th hour. A few announcements. The end of the year senior slideshow. It's that time of year when we are collecting pictures for the senior slideshow. The pictures will be shown at the senior assembly on Friday, May 27th. You will need the following: a baby picture, a senior pic, and a childhood or middle school pic. We need those pictures no later than May 20th. Please ask your senior to email their pictures to exec.denfeldhighschool@gmail.com. If we don't receive your pictures by then, we'll put only your senior picture in the slideshow. Don't forget about our mental wellness club, which is student-led to boost your mental wellness. Talk freely, make friends, and do fun activities. They meet weekly on Thursdays in the community schools room. Participation is limited to the first 10, and you need to email Soraya Piontek at the website, the email below to sign up. The Denfeld So What Club. How would you like to create your own brand? That group meets every Tuesday from 3:30 to 5:30 in room 2407 to learn basic skills, improve current skills, and work on creative projects. Materials for group projects are provided, and no experience is necessary to join. If you have questions, please email the staff person at the address on the screen. Construct Tomorrow. Sophomores will be next Wednesday, May 11th. Construct Tomorrow was founded in 2013 to bring awareness to high school students about the remarkable post-secondary career opportunities in the construction and building trades industries. All sophomore students will attend Construct tomorrow. The morning of Wednesday, May 11th, you will load buses at 9:10, arrive at the deck at 9:30, start getting ready to come back to school around 10:45. Buses will leave at 10:55, and you'll be back around 11:15 to attend period 3 on time. Some acknowledgments for our hunters. Success at state for speech. Please help us to celebrate the 2 Denfeld hunters who advanced to the Minnesota State High School League state tournament for speech on Friday, April 22nd at Eastview High School. Senior Tessa Schauer placed 10th in the state in serious drama and was named to the All-State speech team, an honor that illustrates Tessa's commitment and exceptional talent in the art of communication, storytelling, and using her voice. Junior Madeline Watts placed 9th in state in serious prose. Both young women competed against the best 24 speakers across the state and placed in the top 10 in the state, a testament to their hard work and hunter pride. They both lift up our school and community in this important Minnesota State High School League activity. Also, a big thank you to all our students in our music department. Students in our band, choir, and orchestra performed last Friday for our annual Red Carpet concert. A big thank you to Mr. Lehigh, Dr. Schroeder, and Mr. Klimek for guiding the students to that success. Thanks to all involved, you are lifting our spirits with great music. The weekly bulletin has a tremendous amount of information on it, again, as spring sports are in full swing. So please take a look at that and find some activities that you can participate in by being a great fan. And finally, our Hall of Famer this week is Greg Anderson from the class of 1979. Greg was the National Hot Rod Association Pro Stock Division champion in 03, 04, 05, and 2010. Greg Anderson knows how to overcome adversity as an adult. His house burned down in 2010. His race car and the transport that was hauling it burned in 2010. And he had open heart surgery in 2014 to repair his aorta before it burst, which is super scary. He contended for a 5th title in 2017 when he was quoted as saying, "I didn't even know if I'd ever get a chance to race again. It's been a fight back to the top, so if I can close the deal, if I can get the title this year, there's no question this will be the best one, the sweetest one, because of all I've been through over the years. The older you get, the more you appreciate it because you know it's harder to do. I can't say wait till next year. You've got to make the most of it when you can." What great advice from Hall of Famer Greg Anderson from the class of 1979. And the final question, as usual, everyone, is how high will you soar? That's all we have from this side of the screen, everyone. Have a great day and a better week.